very simple. We have elucidated very plainly what our demands have been. That we want to live in a country that gives us land. We want to live in a country where it gives us education. We want to live in a country where children will not die from natal diseases. Tomorrow is it's a forward march in our annals of history. Forward, comrades, forward. What we will be doing, and I will want to zero in and issue a very stern directive to the state organ that is the police force, that not a police service. If we see unidentified men in civilian clothing riding in government vehicles that have obfuscated policies, we shall treat them as robbers. We shall treat them as thieves. We shall treat them as colonizers. I want to assure all the Kenyans that we have not gathered here today in vain. Viva, comrades, viva. Viva. We assure Kenyans that we will not see those madmen on the streets. We have gotten to the point in this country where we even have Caucasians wielding arms on the streets. Tutakubali, tutakataa.
Why are demonstrations in Kenya today? Kenyans are protesting today, August 8th, 2024, due to widespread dissatisfaction with systemic corruption, high unemployment, and poor governance. These protests are largely led by Generation Z, who are frustrated by the lack of job opportunities and the economic hardships they face. The protests, dubbed Nane Nane, signify a push for accountability and better governance. The movement has gained significant support through social media, where youth groups have mobilized to organize the demonstrations. Despite attempts by the government to address some of the issues, such as scrapping proposed tax hikes and reshuffling the cabinet, many young Kenyans feel these measures are insufficient and are demanding more substantial reforms.
Kenya ni nchi ya amani. Kenya ni nchi ya kufuata sheria. We are a proudly democratic country, based on the firm foundation of the rule of law. There is no room for anarchy, chaos, and violence. We are a country that believes in peace, that believes in the rule of law, and everybody's right is protected under the rule of law and under our constitution. Tunaelewana jameni? Hatutaki vita katika taifa letu la Kenya. Hatutaki fujo ya kuharibu mali ya watu, kulete maafa Kenya, kuizi ya mali ya wengine. Tunasema hatutaki uharibifu katika Kenya. Sisi ni nchi ambayo tunaendesha mambo yetu chini ya sheria na kwa njia ya demokrasia. Viongozi, wananchi ndio wanaamua. Ama inaamuliwa wapi? Si nyinyi ndio msema kweli? Si nyinyi ndio mnajua MCA vile anachaguliwa? Na wabunge, na rais, na kila mtu. Nyinyi mmeshindwa kuchagua? Si mnajua vile ya kupanga hii watu? Sisi wote tuko kiwanjani. Si kila mtu anafanya kazi ile anajua. Si baada ya hiyo mko na mtihani. Si mtakuta kusahihisha. Ile mtu amezembea kazini si anafukuzwa. Ama namna gani? Naona mzee mwingine huko anasema atembee nyumbani ile mtu hajafanya kazi.
Today, Nairobi's Central Business District is experiencing a heavy police presence and roadblocks in anticipation of the Nane Nane protests. These demonstrations, led predominantly by Generation Z, are part of ongoing anti-government protests opposing the controversial Finance Bill 2024. The police have deployed riot officers and set up roadblocks on major roads and streets around the city to manage the situation. Several shops in the CBD remain closed, and businesses are experiencing low activity as people stay home to avoid potential violence. Some protesters have already clashed with police, leading to the use of tear gas and arrests in areas like Tom Mboya Street and Kenneth Matiba Street. The protests have been organized under the banner Occupy Parliament and have seen significant mobilization through social media. Despite the heavy police presence and the declaration of the protests as illegal by authorities, the demonstrators continue to press for their demands, highlighting widespread discontent with the proposed financial legislation. So, what are other people's opinion about this?
Opposition. And I've had also some people here saying, oh, we are now one in government, there is no opposition. I want to tell you that some of us who are elected in the opposition will do our work. When the government does something good, we will say you have done well. When you have not, we will reject. I also want to call upon Kenyans that please let us also give His Excellency the President time to work. He was elected for 5 years. If you do not like him, please strategize how you will remove him through the constitutional means in 2027. Beat him at the ballot. That is what I also wanted to say. The CSS to do their work, members of parliament to do their work, the president to be given time to do his work. If he fails, we go that route constitutionally. Because if we go the anarchy way, you have seen Khartoum, you've seen Somalia. Even as an opposition member of parliament, I wouldn't want us to go that way. I would want also to say two things, Mr. Speaker. We will hold people like Honorable Kindiki. We have said Professor has done a very good job, but issues of abductions, issues of killing people also has to stop, even in our areas where we come from, Mr. Speaker.